Welcome to Geeta recipes. Here it is my newly purchased MX AC300 mixer grinder with 1000 watt. This is absolutely perfect for your daily basis uses. How, I will tell you in the video, so let's unbox it. This one is the whipping cream plate. This one is top on this box. This whipping plate is a very good attachment with the Panasonic mixer grinder. Generally we need to buy an extra whipping appliance like a mixer, but here Panasonic is providing this inside the box with 6-in-1 function. So these are the lids. They packed very nicely in the polythene. The rubbers are in another packet. If the rubbers and the lids are coming in one packet only, then no worries, that are also original. The rubbers are very good quality. So what happens with this, when you put anything in the jar for the purpose of grinding, mixing, entire vessel is airtight. It is sealed. So there is a minimum chances of any content inside the jar to spill out. So this is the jar, the big jar for the purpose of blending and liquidizing smoothies, juice or whipping cream also. So next, this is a spatula. What do you think about the spatula? This is only for removing the content from the jar? No. The back side of the spatula you can see here. This is the nut opener. Panasonic designed the spatula with the purpose of nut opener, the screw opener. How to use this, I will show you in the video. How to open the nuts from the jars with the help of this spatula. So next we are going to open the jars. So there are two steel jars. This is the smallest jar with 0.4 liters capacity. Here it is a safety lock button. You can see here to open and close the lid of the jar. So this jar is perfect for making any kind of chutney or grind a whole masala for little quantity. So this I really like in the Panasonic MX AC300 mixer grinder. This is the mill jar with fine and sharp blades with 1.1 liters capacity. And you can see here the jar's handle are very easy to hold. We can replace the blades of this jar for whipping cream. I will show you how. And the capacity of this jar, according to me, this is perfect for grinding or blending any kind of food. For which purposes you can use these jars for long-term use, I will show you in the video. So this one is the main part of the mixer grinder. This motor is really powerful comparing to the other brands that are coming in the market. So here you can see the piano buttons. These are really helpful to switch on or switch off the motor. Here is a one pulse button when you are taking short time to grind or blending something. Sure, I will show you once again. So these are the items Panasonic providing us. A spatula with a nut opener, a whipping plate, chutney jar, mill jar and blending jar. These are absolutely enough and sufficient to make any kind of mixture you want. So here is the reset button at the bottom of the surface of the Panasonic motor. When circuit breaker automatically stops motor due to overload, press the off button, reduce the content of to half, press the reset button for 3 to 4 seconds. The appliance will ready to reuse. So now let's talk about the jars. How I can use these jars. For the chutney jar, this is a small jar with 0.4 liter capacity. We can use this jar for a grinding, a dry grinding, wet grinding. For dry grinding, I am using here a fennel seeds to make a powder within seconds. To use a pulse button. Other than that, for dry grinding you can grind a sugar, coffee beans, spices. Like sometimes we need 1 to 2 tablespoons whole masala for cooking. So now you can see here the perfect fennel seeds powder is ready within seconds by pressing the pulse button. Even this jar is perfect for wet grinding like a ginger garlic paste or any kind of chutney. This is the mill jar, the big one jar that is also made of steel, the perfect fine steel. So no worries about any kind of stain like a turmeric stain. This jar is also perfect for wet grinding or dry grinding. Even you can change the blade of this jar. Here I am giving you one chutney recipe. This is a perfect make and freeze chutney recipe. You can make and freeze in your freezer till 6 months. Try this recipe. You can take it out from the freezer and use immediately. For dry grinding, you can use rice, pulses, masala, breadcrumbs. For wet grinding, in this jar, you can use soaked dal, coconut, onion or any kind of paste. The large quantity if you want, you can use this jar. I have also shared some more home appliances on my channel, reviews with demo that are not paid. You can check. I'm giving you link in the description, the video link in the description. That will help you to choose the perfect appliance. Now we will talk about the two equipments that Panasonic is giving with this box. This is a spatula, as I told you. The back side of the spatula, that is the shape according to the nut opener. So inside the jar, to open the nut, we have to rotate the spatula clockwise. Usually what we do, to open something, to open the nut, we rotate something or we rotate the nut anti-clockwise. So hold it carefully because these blades are very sharp. But here in the jar, we have to rotate the spatula clockwise. If you will rotate the spatula clockwise, the nut will come out. Put the whipping plate inside the jar. Hold the jar coupler at the bottom tighter. The blade knob with the spatula anti-clockwise. See, if you will rotate this anti-clockwise to open the blades forcefully, this will happen. The jar will totally open. The bottom of the jar, the system will totally open. The same procedure you can do with blender jar, like a juicer jar, the big jar. But the chutney jar blades are fixed permanently. Do not attempt to remove the blades. If motor stops here, you can use the reset button, as I told you in the video. Put the whipping plate inside the jar. Hold the jar coupler at the bottom tighter. The blade knob with the spatula anti-clockwise. Once you fit the whipping plate in the jar, you can bake your favorite dish like a cupcake, mug cake and cake by whipping the cream inside the jar. So the benefit of the MX AC300 Panasonic mixer grinder is that no need to buy an extra whisker for whipping the cream. So this one is the big transparent jar for the purpose of blending, for the purpose of liquidizing. For the purpose of blending, you can use here for the egg beating, for whipping cream and liquidizing for fruit juice, soup, cold coffee, buttermilk. But do not use here a turmeric. It will leave the stains on the jar. As you can see, this is the transparent jar. This is the blender jar, the whipping jar. You can use it as a blender or whipping. Here I am using this jar for making fresh fruit juice. I just removed the seeds from the orange. So this jar is with 1.5 liter capacity to make 4 to 5 glass of juice. If you really found this video to be helpful, or if you like my video, please subscribe my channel and turn the bell icon on for more product reviews.